Hari Om. I welcome all of you for this morning session. Sit straight in any sitting posture in which you are comfortable. Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, Sukhasana. Sit straight, back straight, spine erected, head straight. Close your eyes gently. Perform inhale, exhale, normal breath. Inhale, exhale, perform normal breath. Now inhale from Omkar. We shall chant Omkar 3 times and then our prayer. Please chant Omkar 3 times. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We shall start with Guru Vandana. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Patanjali prayer. Om योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलि रानतोऽस्मि. ॐ शान्ति Shanti, Shanti. Join your hands, rub your palms, put hands on face, gently massage your face, touch your neck, and open your eyes with large smile. Hari, good morning. Good morning to all of you. So let's begin our session with Sukshma Vyam. We shall perform Sukshma Vyam first. Let's start with that. All of you come at a standing position. Please switch on your video. Switch on your videos. See what they will observe. Everybody's video is closed. Only Renuka's video is there. I can see Renuka, but others, Rachana, Renuka, Mugdha, Sakshi. Switch on your video, please. See, this is my examination going on. So you have to cooperate, please. Please switch on your videos. To start with Griva Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Stand straight. Hands near body. While exhaling, you have to bring neck down. Inhaling up. Again, exhaling down. Stop. Now we shall bend neck to the right, then to the left. While exhaling, rotate neck to the left, to the right. Center. Again, exhale. Left, center. Next, while exhaling, bring head down. Now we have to rotate our neck from left to right. Slow movements required. Halfway inhalation, halfway exhalation. And then we have to reverse the direction. Let's start. Rotation of neck. Slowly you have to perform this. Repeat this again. Relax. Now we shall perform Bhujavalli Shakti Vikasa Kriya with both hands together. While inhaling, you have to take hands up. While exhaling, hands down. So repeat it for 20 times. Repeat it. Continue repetition. Continue repetition. Okay, relax. Stop. Relax. Stop. Now, Purna Bhujavalli Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Bring hands. Form a fist. Now you have to inhale maximum, hold the breath and rotate hands from bottom to up and then from top to bottom. So first, bottom to up. Now reverse direction. Again inhale. Now we shall perform Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa. Kriya number 1. Stand straight and then hands on thighs. While inhaling, you have to take hands up and bend backward from upper body, from the chest. While exhaling, hands down. Repeat this again. Now, Vakshasthal Kriya number 2. Relax. We shall perform now Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa Kriya number 2. You have to rotate hand and open your chest maximum and take maximum air. How much you can breathe? Just check and hold the breath. Afterwards, you have to bring hands normal position by rotation. So let's start. Inhale, rotate your hands. Bend back from chest, open the chest maximum and bring hands down. Repeat it once again. Now we shall perform Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya. To be ready for Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya, you have to form fist of right hand, hold your right hand by left hand, legs together. Now you have to, while exhaling, you have to go down. While inhaling, come up. Perform it once again. While inhaling, you have to come up. Now change your hand, form the fist of left hand, catch left hand with the right hand and perform this once again. While inhaling, go back. While exhaling, go down. Again, while inhaling, come back. Repeat it once again. While inhaling, go back. While exhaling, bend forward. While inhaling, normal. Now, Kriya number 2, spread your leg. Hands on your waist. Shall repeat the same Kriya. Again, while inhaling, bend backward. Then while exhaling, bend forward. While inhaling, come at the normal position. You can repeat this once again. So correlating breath with the movements is very important in Sukshma Kriyas. Now third, we have to perform same thing but with jerk. So come in the standing position, legs together, form the fist, inhale and bend backward. Now while exhaling, you have to bend forward with jerk. Stop practice. Stop practice. Slow movement. Slow. Now we shall bend the trunk, lateral bending. So stand straight, legs together, hands sideways. We have to bend to the right. You have to bend from your waist. Don't bend forward or backward. Remain in same plane. Come normal. Again, while exhaling, you have to bend. While inhaling, come back. One more time. Exhale, go down to the right side. Inhale. up, exhale, bend to the left, inhale, normal. While exhaling, hand down. Now we have to swing our trunk. That is Kati Chakrasana. So legs together, hands in straight. Now, while exhaling, you have to bend to the right side. Inhaling, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Again exhale to the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Bend as much as you can and try to watch your fingers of the hand which is on the back side. Again inhale, come back. Now in this Sukshma Vyayam, we have to do this movement continuous. So continuously turn to the right side, left side, right side, left side. That is Sukshma Kriya. If we turn and hold the position, it will be Asana. Then this is Asana. We have to hold this posture for longer time. This Kati Chakrasana, which we have practiced during last days. Now we have to perform Sthula Vyayam. Up till now we have practiced Krudagati, which is Sthula Vyayam. You observe that even if you perform Sthula Vyayam for half a minute, your heartbeat increases and it's good for warming up the body. Today we shall learn another Sthula Vyayam. It is called as Sarvanga Pushti. So all of you sit down comfortably, and watch me. We'll perform Sarvanga Pushti. Stand straight. Now distance between leg at least 3 feet depending on the height, 2.5 or 3 feet. Now you have to bring hands up. You bring hands up while inhaling. You have to bring hands up. Now bend backward. Now you have to bend to the right side and bend maximum. Try to touch your hand to your leg. These hands will be touching to your ear. So your hand and head should move together like this. Now you are bending to the right side, so right hand should be first. It's not like this. It's like this. Right hand first. Right hand first. So twist to the right and then bend down. Maximum whatever you can. You will try to touch your knee by your head. Again, while inhaling, now you have to change hand. Change hand. While inhaling, come up. Again, bend backward. Turn twist to the left and go down. Again, change hand. Backward. Twist. Go down. Change hand. Backward. Twist. Go down. So this Sarvanga Pushti. Now you have to backward and then come normal and release it. This Sarvanga Pushti is again warm up the whole body. Just like Surya Namaskar. It is good for endurance. This Sarvanga Pushti is also good for endurance. It raises our stamina. So let's perform Sarvanga Pushti. So all of you come stand now. Please come to the standing position. Distance between feet. You have to keep hands on the top. Right hand will be first, left hand behind, bend backward. While exhaling, bend to the right. Change and again inhaling, bend backward, twist, go down. Change hand, backward, twist to the right. While exhaling, go down. Again change hand. While inhaling, come up, bend backward. While exhaling, go to the left side. Continue this. Please continue. Hands will be straight, no bending. Continue this. Let's continue. We have to warm up our body using this particular stretching. So Sarvanga Pushti is good for the whole body, just like Surya Namaskar. So stretch your body maximum. No bending at elbow. Leg should be straight. No bending at the leg. If you bend legs or if you bend hand, then there will not be proper stretch to the body. You perform this last round and then come at the middle. From back, you have to come at the normal position and then stop. Now, alternate day we shall perform Rudagati and Sarvanga Pushti. Now all of you sit down. Please sit down. So today I shall give you introduction to the Surya Namaskar, that is sun salutation. Sun salutation or Surya Namaskars are performed as a breathing exercise, as a warm up. It contains series of asanas which you have to perform again and again. सूर्य से हमें तेज मिलता है, तो हमारे बॉडी में तेज आत्मसात करने के लिए we have to perform this sun salutation, सूर्य नमस्कार. हमारे देश में there are many variations of सूर्य नमस्कार. Many yoga institutes follow different types of surya namaskar. We shall be following Surya Namaskar, which is taught by Bihar Yoga School. Bihar Yoga School, which is very famous throughout the world. So in this, you have to perform 2 rounds of each round of Surya Namaskar contain 24 poses. So we'll perform 12 poses, that is our half round. Another 12 poses that will complete 1 round. Now what is half round? That is 12 poses. 12 poses are made up of 7 asanas. Correct? So we have to know about these asanas, we have to go on practicing this. But let us pray Surya, sun, using this particular prayer. आदित्यस्य नमस्कारं ये कुर्वन्ति दिने दिने आयु प्रज्ञा बलं वीर्यं तेजस्तेषां चिचायते. What it means? जो लोग रोज सूर्य नमस्कार करते हैं उनकी आयु प्रज्ञा बल वीर्य तेज दिन ब दिन बढ़ते रहता है. Means you will get more power, more strength in your body, so you can live with better quality by performing this Surya Namaskar daily. We have to coordinate our asanas with breath, and afterwards even we can concentrate on our chakras in the body. There are many chakras in our body. Now what is chakras? These are spiritual, means Hindu mythology believes that there are 7 chakras in our body. First is Muladhara chakra, which is at the anus. Muladhara chakra. Above that, there is a Swadhisthana chakra, then Manipur chakra, Anahat chakra, Vishuddhi chakra, and then Agya chakra, and then Sahasradhara chakra. So we can concentrate on these particular chakras later on to get more spiritual benefit from Surya Namaskar. But initially we can perform Surya Namaskar just in normal way. Even today we shall not perform Surya Namaskar, you just observe, and then from tomorrow onwards we shall start practicing Surya Namaskar. To perform the Surya Namaskar, we must chant 12 names of Surya. सूर्य के 12 नाम है. मैं एक बार दोहराता हूँ वो 12 नाम. Can just listen to me. ओम सूर्या, sorry. ओम मित्राय नमः. ओम रवे नमः. ओम सूर्याय नमः. ओम भानवे नमः. ओम खगाय नमः. ओम पुष्णे नमः. ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः. ओम मरीचे नमः. ओम आदित्याय नमः. ओम सवित्रे नमः. ओम अर्काय नमः. ओम भास्कराय नमः. So these are 12 Surya names, sun names. In fact, we can use Brija mantra with this. For example, you can pronounce something like that. So there are total 6 Brija mantras. Ram, Rim, Rum, Rem, Ram, Ra. So these 6 Bija mantras can be connected with first 6 sun names, and then afterwards we have to repeat these 6 Bija mantras with remaining 6 sun names. Because of this Bija mantras, there is proper vibration created in our chakras. So chakras are actually, if you dissect the body, you will not find there is any chakra. So medically, there is nothing like a Sudarshan chakra or any chakra is there inside. But our munis, what they observe that there are many nadis inside our body. 72,000 नाड़ियों का समूह है हमारी बॉडी में. तो कुछ नाड़ियां एक साथ जहां मिलती है वहां पे वो चक्र बोलते हैं. So these 7 places which are important, which I told you, those we have to concentrate properly. So those chakras get activated when you pronounce these Bij mantras and so on. Correct? Now what asanas are there in Surya Namaskar? The first asana is Pramanasana. You have to just stand straight and hand will be like this. That is Pramanasana. Second asana will perform Hastottanasana. Hands up, and you have to bend backward as much as possible. That is Hastottanasana. The third asana will be Padhastasana. You will exhale down and you will try to touch your hand to the leg. That is Padhastasana. Afterwards, you have to perform. You have to keep your right feet back. You have to take your right feet back. So 1 feet ahead, 1 feet back. That is called as Ashwa Sanchalan. So that asana is Ashwa Sanchalan. Afterwards, you have to bring your second feet again back to the back feet. So both feet will be together at the back side, hands in the front. So this asana is called as Parvatasana. Your body will resemble like a parvat, something like this. So hands and then legs here. So that's a Parvatasana. Next is Ashtangasana. Our 8 parts of the body we shall touch to the ground. Which are those eight parts? Our 2 feet, 2 knees, then chest, then 2 hands, and then our forehead. If you can't touch forehead, then chin. So 8 parts of our body will touch to the ground. After this, we have to perform Bhujangasana. Notice that Bhujangasana we are not yet learned. So just imagine how cobra looks like, something like this. So from Sashtangasana, we have to come to the Bhujangasana. From Bhujangasana, again we'll go back in the Parvatasana. Then we'll bring one foot. So from here, after Bhujangasana, all asanas are repeated. So up to Bhujangasana, 7 asanas are performed. Remaining 5 are repeated. So after Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. After Parvatasana, you will bring one foot ahead. That is Ashwasanchalan. Afterwards, you will bring second feet ahead. Then that is Padastasana. Afterwards, you will bring hands up, means you will go in the Hastottanasana, and then you will bring hand down, that is Namaskar, Pramanasana. So these are 12 different postures which you have to perform in half round. Again, in second half round, you will repeat all these 12 postures once again, but now your sequence will change. Instead of bringing right foot back, you will bring left foot back, and while bringing foot ahead, you will bring the another foot ahead. So sequence of foot will be changed. Again, don't take tension about this. Even if you always bring left foot back and right foot front, or right foot back and left foot front, that's okay, fine, no problem in that. It's okay. But actually, as per Bihar Yoga School, we have to start with the right leg, bring the right leg back, and then while taking, you have to take left foot ahead. And in second half round, you will bring left foot back, and then you will bring right foot forward in front. So this 24 postures will complete one round of Surya Namaskar. So when we take 6 rounds, that is actually you can say 12 Surya Namaskars are performed. But 6 round means 24 into 12. Those many postures will be there. Those you have to go on performing. So I just demonstrate Surya Namaskar once, and from tomorrow we shall go on performing or practicing Surya Namaskar. So I'll perform Surya Namaskar for you. Please observe. So first, you can face to the east side. If you are performing Surya Namaskar in morning, you have to face towards sun, east side. If you are performing Surya Namaskar in evening, you have to look at the west side, or look at the west side. You have to always face to the sun. You will stand straight. Now, the first asana, that is Pramanasana. Pramanasana. Next, Hastottanasana. Next, Padastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. So I shall go on explaining all these poses tomorrow again. So there is a lot of observations which you have to understand here. But keep chest open. Try to look at the top maximum you can. That is Ashwa Sanchalan. Afterwards, you have to bring left leg back. This is Parvatasana. Try to touch heels to the ground. Don't bend hand or legs. Then first you touch knees to the ground, then chest, and then forehead. Ashtangasana. This is Bhujangasana, Cobra. Again, chest open. Parvatasana. Now you have to bring your left leg ahead. So if you can't bring it in one first step, you can take help of your hand and bring leg ahead. Ashwa Sanchalan. Again, Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. So this is half round. Now second half round. Now I shall take left leg back. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Again Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana and Pramanasana. So how to coordinate breath with all these postures, I shall explain tomorrow. So from tomorrow we shall start practicing Surya Namaskar. So that at least on last 2 days we can perform 12 Surya Namaskars. Okay, we can practice some standing postures which we have learned. Let's practice Trikonasana. Or if you come in the standing posture, please stand now. But to perform Trikonasana, distance between legs, rotate your right leg, hands parallel to the ground, sideways, and you have to bend to the right, exhaling, bend down. Once your bending is over, you should not bend your knees or don't bend hands. Once bending is over, try to look at your left hand. Now, head down, come up, change position of your feet. Now, left feet will be at the 90 degrees. Now, bend towards left. While exhaling, bend towards left. And then try to look at the right hand. Breathe normal. Repeat this. Repeat this once again. Good. Repeat it once again. Very good. Very good. Now stop practice. Now we shall perform Parshva Konasana. Parshva Konasana. So again, distance between legs. Turn your right foot, little bit your left foot, incline towards right foot. Then you have to bend your knees and go down. See that your thigh is parallel to the ground. Then hands up. Now you touch your right hand to the ground, left hand at the top. Sorry, left hand will be straight. You will stretch the body like this. Stretch the body. Now come back. Legs normal. Now we have to repeat this from other side. So turn left foot, right leg, little bit bend. Now you have to bend left knee. Bring left thigh parallel to the ground, and then you will try to touch left hand to the ground. Stretch your body. So right hand and right leg will be in one line and stretch the body maximum. Breathe normal. While inhaling, you have to come up. This is Parshva Konasana, which you have learned last 2 days. Okay. Now let's perform Shavasana quickly. I shall demonstrate how we should release Shavasana. So let's perform Shavasana. Shavasana is very useful for relaxing our body, but again at the same time, how to release that is also important. You can observe. You have to keep distance in your feet, hands side by the body, palm facing to the top, and relax your whole body. You should relax for 1 minute. So all of you perform along with me. All of you go in Shavasana. Please go in Shavasana. Perform Shavasana. Relax the whole body. Close your eyes. While closing eyes, you can watch and concentrate on each part of your body. So starting from fingers of your legs, you can just concentrate on each part of your body towards it and try to relax complete body. Now never come up directly. Now be ready to release Shavasana. First you have to keep your legs together, hands in your body. And now you have to bring your hands ahead of your head, like this. Now you have to stretch hand in upward direction and feet in lower direction, in opposite direction, and stretch your body maximum. Stretch, 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 and relax. Again, repeat this. Stretch, 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 and relax. Now, bring hand near your body. Turn to the left. and you have to come in sitting posture. So always follow these steps while you want to come at the sitting posture from sleeping posture. Now shall perform our cleansing exercise. So first we shall start with Kapalabhati. So again, once again sit in any comfortable posture. Hands in Jnana Mudra, hands in Jnana Mudra on thighs. Perform normal breath, perform normal breath 2-3 times, and then we shall start with Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati, you have to forcefully exhale. Don't pay attention to the inhale. Don't move your shoulders, no movement of the body, only your stomach will go inside, outside. So you have to forcefully bring your stomach inside. That is, forcefully exhale. So start. Continue. You have to perform 20 rounds. Continue. Very good. Very good. Go on, continue. You may feel tired, but you have to complete 20 rounds. Stop. We shall perform one more round of Kapalabhati. In this, again, we shall perform 20 strokes of Kapalabhati. So start. First, 1 or 2 normal breath, and afterwards you will start Kapalabhati. Forceful exhalation and passive inhalation. Eyes will remain closed. Sit erect. Check your posture. See that you can listen to the chan, chan, chan. That is, when you breathe out, there will be some sound. You should be able to listen that. After 20 rounds, stop practice. Now let's start with the sectional breathing, which we have learned yesterday. There are 3 sectional breathings which you have to perform. The first one, abdominal breathing, then thoracic breathing, and then clavicular breathing. So let's start with the abdominal breathing. You have to keep your hands on the stomach at the navel side. First left hand, on top of that right hand, and then you will try to inhale more, so that will fill your lower lung. So lower lung capacity will improve. So please start, perform 5 rounds of abdominal breathing. Now next we shall perform 5 rounds of thoracic breathing. So you have to keep hands in this side. Try to check out your ribs and your last little finger at the last rib of your chest. Now you'll observe that as you inhale, your fingers are coming out. So this exercise will increase lung capacity more. So for nowadays, during Corona pandemic days, practice of this is must so that our lung capacity increases. And even for the military test, it is a requirement that you should be able to expand your chest by at least 5 centimeters. Then only you will pass the military test. Otherwise, you will not be eligible for military service. Now, next we have to perform thoracic exercise. So, bring hands on the collarbone and don't press collarbone. Just keep your hand in lighter way and inhale and try to inhale more at the upper side of the lung. So you can see that your hands are moving up, collarbone is moving up. After 5 times repetition, stop practice. Now we shall perform deep breathing. In deep breathing, we have to perform all these 3 sectional breathing one by one. So you'll go on inhaling more and more. So you'll inhale air, you'll fill your lower part of the lung. Then you will fill up middle part of the lung, and then you will fill upper part of the lung. So more quantity of air will be inhaled. Correct? So inhalation procedure will go on longing. Will prolong the inhalation procedure deeply. So deep inhalation will be required. As you perform more and more deep inhalation, your breathing will go slow, and that is what is required. Suppose in a minute you are breathing, say for 70 times, you will start reducing, you will start breathing 60 times, 50 times. So athletes, if you just observe, the athletes breathing is very slow. Whereas you do some exercise and afterwards you check your breathing, it will be shooted to 75, 80 and so on. You can just check out the pulse here. So from that observation, you can find out how many breaths you perform in a minute. So naturally, if you are not doing any exercise, nothing, then your pulse count should be very low as much as possible. That is required. Correct? So let's perform deep breathing. So we have to perform, keep your hands in Gyan Mudra. You have to perform first abdominal breathing, then thoracic, and then clavicular breathing. So you'll go on performing all these 3 together. Or in short, you have to go on inhaling for longer time. The same way, you have to exhale air slowly. Exhaling will be also prolonged. Correct? So try to exhale slowly. Inhale slowly. So you can say you've gone inhaling for 8 counts and exhaling for 8 counts. You can count like this: 1, 2, 3 in your mind, and go on inhaling till 8 counts, and again exhaling for 8 counts. So start deep breathing in the ratio of 1:1. Say 8 counts inhaling, 8 counts exhaling. Inhalation should be continuous. You should not stop inhalation in between. Don't do it in break. Means 1 break, 2 break. No. Continuous inhalation. If you finding counting difficult, don't count. But inhale as much as you can. And then slowly you have to exhale the air. So this is deep breathing. Perform it for one more time. Perform 3 times deep breathing. Relax. Relax now. So we shall conclude now. Conclude with 5 times Omkar. Shall perform 5 times Omkar and then Shanti. So let's chant Omkar together 5 times. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashchit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Ma Kashchit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. कुछ क्षण मौन प्रार्थना के भाव आपके शरीर में आत्मसात हो। Form Namaskar, hands together, rub your hands, keep hand on face, gently massage your face and open your eyes with smiling. Hari Om. We conclude here. आज का आपका दिन मंगलमय हो। I have not performed the asanas after this. We normally perform Parvatasana and then bending. That I have not done because I got that instruction from our teachers from Morarji Desai Institute of Yoga. As per their tradition, after pranayam, after final prayer, you should not perform any asana. But again, there are some traditions like Yoga Point Nasik, where these 3 asanas are practiced every day. So every school, yoga school, has their own tradition. So now I'm working for New Delhi, so we have to observe their tradition. So we shall not perform those 3 asanas after pranayam. Hari Om. We'll meet tomorrow